Okay, so I'm going to pull some Emperor family level 4 missions, and then I got to get my other guys in a fleet with me because I'm going to be sharing the standings with them, and so. So the way this is going to work is sharing standings. I need all of the Amari Empire and Emperor family that I can get. And my goal is hitting 10 on both of those. Now, hitting 10 on a faction is pretty insane. Hitting 10 on a corporation is really, really hard. But in a faction, it goes into the insane level. So because it is, hundreds, if not 1,000 special missions, and you only get a special mission after doing every 16 of the regular missions, or you do an epic arc. And in doing an epic arc, but you can only do those once every 3 months. So it's going to be a balance with these other guys here to try and only raise the standings on this character and not take a hit. And so if I come across a pure Galante mission, or it's against Galante, or it's against Minmatar, then my other character over here is going to do it. I'll take them down to it, but they're going to run it and they're going to take the standings hit. And then we're going to work on giving standings back. And I believe that the standings increases will be higher than the losses on these other guys. So I shouldn't go too upside down on them. And to enough to cause me problems. That's the plan. This stuff is complicated, and there actually are 2 standings too in the game that can go down and can never go back up. One is Concord Assembly, and you'll never see anybody with positive Concord Assembly. It just doesn't exist. But Concord Assembly can dislike you, and so it can go down, and so that can be a problem. I have one character which is not I don't have up on computer right now, but he is more than -5 with Concord Assembly. And so when I am in HiSec in Concord Assembly space, which they have their own region, then the police chase me. And it's very awkward when I'm in a freighter. I have to make sure that I'm moving right along through and I don't stop. Don't get distracted. No squirrels. So I try not to take him into HiSec. He's a nullsec character. I try to avoid taking him into HiSec at all, because I might forget. And if I don't see that message that comes up when you enter the system saying that you're a criminal, and if I'm not fast enough getting off the gate, I'll get tackled by the police and they'll kill my freighter. They'll kill whatever I'm in. There's just no getting away from them once they catch you. So, all right. No squirrels, correct. It becomes a no squirrel zone. We were out working with police dogs the other day. There was 3 of them. And one of them kept getting distracted. And I'm like, must be a squirrel. They're actually really good about not paying attention to wildlife or other animals. But he's young. He's one of the youngest police dogs we have. All right, let's pull a mission. Quest mission. What do we got? The anomaly. Well, okay, so this one's not very interesting. It's a chain of them. It'll get me 3 quick missions toward a special, though. Now, the only thing about sharing standings, when you get a special, the standings don't share. They only share in regular missions and in epic arcs. So, but I've only done 1, so I need to do like 15 more anyway. It actually probably won't happen today. It's probably very unlikely we would get through 15 missions today. So, can't even control the standings. See the Concord standings you're talking about on 2 characters? Yes, you will never see Concord Assembly unless you're negative. There's no way you'll have Concord Assembly in positive. If anybody... Okay, so here we go. If anybody can show me how to raise Concord Assembly, I will give you 10 billion ISK just for telling me how to do it. Only caveat to that is that if CCP puts in a patch and they say, oh, you can now get positive Concord Assembly, that doesn't count. It does not exist in the game. And if you think it exists and you can prove it, I will pay you 10 billion ISK for just telling me how to do it. No questions asked. If I can replicate it, if you can tell me how to do it and I can replicate it, 10 billion ISK to you. That's a lot of ISK. But I'd pay it out for that. You have positive, but you don't know how you got it? You have positive Concord Assembly. They're standing to you as 2.0? Okay, let me make sure here that I got the right one. It is Concord Assembly, I believe. Let me,
Connecting.
Here, I'm connecting to my other guy here. We'll go look. But just in case I've got the name wrong and then we have to change that offer to whatever the name is. I'm pretty sure it's Concord Assembly, though. So, here he is. Interactions. And Concord Assembly. You say you have a positive 2 on Concord Assembly. Right there. Concord Assembly, not a corporation, the faction. I have not been able to raise that. So, anybody who tells me how I can raise that, 10 billion ISK. If it's replicable, if I can do it and raise that back up, 10 billion ISK. You have positive 4.23, but it's a 2003 tune, so it's probably a legacy thing. Yes, so maybe way back when you were able to do stuff, but you can't anymore. So they may have taken out, like they maybe had some original missions or whatnot, and they took them out. So, anyway. Yes, if you can show me how to do it now, then great. But this guy can't. So he gets chased. I go into high sec and the police start chasing me when I'm in Concord Assembly's area. All right, we'll switch back over to my other character.
Connecting.
Give her a fleet invite again. So the anomaly, it's not very hard. I don't recall it being very hard. I think it's probably pretty simple. It's so simple that I've never even put it into my list of missions. Right, I think this ship will be fine for going down there. We just have to pick the guy up. Yeah, if I remember right, I just fly to the container and grab him.
Warp drive active.
It's a sub-faction, so doing missions for their parent company should increase your rep in theory. Go try it. If you can get it to go up and show me how it's done, I'll send you that 10 billion. It's all these pods. Press call from an escape pod. This mess on? It is. Okay. They're all damaged escape pods. I don't remember which one is which. But we'll go check them out. Probably I don't even need to check these out. Oh, actually, yeah, they're a faction, yeah. So you said they were sub-faction, but nothing in it. Alright, so I got this guy. Need to go through the gate. See if I can go through without hitting up these other ones. At this guy. He's not the guy that I'm looking for, though. Yeah, this is not the guy you were looking for.
Warp drive active.
Maybe I have to have this guy aboard to get the gate open. Something like that. Here is the anomaly. A way to stream multiple accounts at the same time. What? Like this? It's radiation affecting my shields. Never shows up. If you're using OBS, it may have the name of your character in it. I'm using XSplit. Now you have a stream machine stuff. Alright, so this isn't it. So what am I supposed to do? Need him in your cargo hold. Yeah, okay. Is this where I shoot one of these containers and then he shows up? I remember something about that. I haven't looked at like notes or anything. See me commenting in 2019 about the Concord assembly standings somewhere? Yeah, I don't doubt it. I've wanted to fix that for the last 7 or 8 years. So I think that's it there. How'd I lose the standing? I don't know. I bought the character on the Character Bazaar. 8 or 9 years ago. And I didn't realize that it had this standings issue. I just looked at it, I remember, and thought to myself, oh, well, I'll just fix it, you know? Because it makes sense that you could fix it. Yeah, Concord Assembly is a faction. It's not the same as Concord. NBC is in the silo at the right? Right, the last one that I'm targeting. Got it. There he is. There's a shipwreck that showed up there for a second and now it's gone. You guys see that? It was like parlay wreck or something. Right.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Grocery delivery, and they're like telling me some of the stuff's not gonna make it. My wife's not gonna be happy. Sure stuff. Well, is what it is. All right, start conversation. View mission. Complete the mission. Oh yes, we're gonna split this with everybody. Okay. And then I am gonna throw this stuff in a box too. Or in All right, request mission. The anomaly, 2 of 3. Travel to the anomaly and deliver neurowave pattern scanner. Okay, I can do it. Back down. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
This is a fine ship for this. Could use something a little faster, but this one tank holds up well and everything. It's not as slow as a battleship.
Warp drive active.
There is the anomaly. Security sequence activated. Yeah, okay. My shield alarm will go off, most likely again. Go. Dock up again.
Warp drive active.
That one's easy. I tried level 5 missions, yes, and I very much enjoy them, but
Docking
they're in
permission
low-sec.
requested. Docking request accepted.
And if I do them on stream, I tend to attract people who want to kill me. So it's just kind of unfortunate. I'd love to do them on stream, but it's really hard to protect myself in low-sec. What's the matter with low-sec? Anybody can come in and shoot me. Stop me from doing my mission, and then they can camp it, and I can't go back and finish it. So, right, I need to help the customer real quick. Be right back. All right, I'm back. So, Let's see here. Got that mission done. And then grab another one. And now we just take him back to wherever this is. Delivered to the anomaly here. All right. Not going to be hard, except it's a really quick 3-mission thing here, so just in the system next door now.
Warp drive active.
Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Toward my specialness. These don't pay a whole lot, but if you're doing it for standings and you want those specials, it's an easy 3 towards that.
Warp drive active.
Turn this stuff on. So one of the things I'm going to be doing here too, once I get a few more ships down here, a little bit more variety and stuff, we're going to start adding to the level 4 mission sheet, putting the times and the fits and maybe some videos and stuff. I'm supposed to deliver him. Well, where's the delivery point? I see all these ships here, guys that want to kill me. Need to destroy all enemies in the vicinity. All right. Take care of them. They're no match for my ship. I shall take them out, no problem. Dad went and got burgers and fries for lunch. These are really not too much of a threat to me. Yes, I can also fly the shack. The shack doesn't have as good a tracking though on its beam for this small stuff. That's why I don't use it very often for PvE. even at this, you can see here that you know, hitting this stuff really close. This is the highest tracking. Oh, I'm using Mystic here. Let me switch over to Meson. Meson is the highest tracking. Just show you guys here for a second. Tease y'all, I guess. Handmade hamburgers. What he brought me for lunch. Now I'm gonna switch ammo. I'm gonna go to a Colt for these guys. Notice I'm not moving. I don't really need to move. It says everything on it but tomato, and it has jalapenos on it. I guess I could have brought something with a little more oomph. But it's working. And I would call it a low stress ship. You can see they're not hurting me. I only have one armor rep on. God, none of these guys have loot. There's a gate here. Really? Alright. I didn't notice that gate here before. Just go through it and not shoot these guys? Some have loot. The Concord Assembly thing end when they took bounty hunting out of the game? No. Wasn't related. We'll kill these last two and then see if I can get through that gate. I don't know if I can or not.
Welcome to the
They all moving
Dragon.
towards me now. Good. Really Fops, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Alright. Doesn't look like I can get through the gate. Probably do have to kill everything here.
Warp drive active.
Oh, no, there it goes. Alright. Message up here that says need to destroy all enemies in the vicinity. Suspect that's not true. Take you to the anomaly one last time. Yeah, okay. See, I forgot that there was this much to shoot on this mission. But it's okay. Not a problem. Be within Q1. There we go. All right. This guy too. The anomaly. All right. That's where we're headed. Speed up a little bit. I think as soon as I deliver him, then I can get out of here. I don't think I have to kill all of these. Bounties are okay for what size they are, but it's not about the money in the mission. It's about the standings. For me, at the moment. I do sometimes, though, enjoy picking up all the loot and salvaging everything at times as well, though. Most efficient ship would be for this? That's a good question. What exactly are the requirements that you have to do on it? Like, what does it take to blitz it? A lot of these you can blitz, which basically blitzing means that you know, blitzing basically just means that you don't finish shooting everything, but you finish the mission.
Active. Drive active.
It's all working out pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Making headway. What'll be really nice is when I get my other two characters up high enough that all three of us, we go out to wherever the epic arc is, and all three of them do the epic arc, and then share with each other. Actually, when this guy does the epic arc, he will not share the last thing because he's the one we're trying to pump up. So he will not share
Docking permission requested. Docking
faction
request
part,
accepted.
but he will share all of the corporate part, I think. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Complete the mission. Yep, complete it. All right, so where are we with standings? How are we doing? So, Emperor family, I've gone up to 5.24. I was at like 5.11. Something like that. And then here, Emperor family, 2.12. These are really small gains. Really small. I got to get her up to 5.0 in order to effectively do the pull an epic. And so this guy, okay, so we may not be getting this guy up high enough to do an epic arc at all. I don't know. It depends. Let's see here. Where is his Amar? Oh, here's Emperor family. Okay, so we're raising that up. Yeah, all right. So, I guess that's not too bad. 2.12. I mean, because he started out at basically nothing. It says 1.84. So, the standings can share. Yes, the reward shares, they get some of the money as well and everything, and some of the LP. So, yeah, I just got to get him up to 5. And then even though I think he's negative on Amar Empire is negative 0.71. I think that if I get this up over 5, he can still do the Amar Epic Arc and raise that. And then share with the other guys as well. And they can share with him. So, yes. It's gonna work. Dan, hello. Used to have the time for this once. Dude, you are playing a different type of game now. And I congratulate you on winning. Arturus started his own business, and I think he's doing well at it. So, which is pretty cool. So, all right. All right, we're going to request another mission here. I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back, and then we'll do it. Alrighty. Let's pull another mission. Oh, it's an anomic. All right, so if I had all my anomic ships down here, then I'd be able to do it. Each one of these takes a very specific setup, and they're not easy. So I have to bring those ships down here. Wonder how much those ships are worth. I think the Nurgles are worth the minimum 500 million. Some of them are over $1 billion. And I have a dozen of them. I'd have to have people fly them down. I'd have to know how much they're worth, though. I was going to set up contracts to bring them down. Every time you see the burner missions, you think of Hateless? Yes. Hateless built these Nurgles for me. He did. He actually put these ships together and handed them to me fitted. So they're special. I'd hate to have them disappear. So, all right, decline. You can decline those for free. But anomic, another one. But I will probably bring them down sometime soon. It's going to be like I'm going to have to go on a trip with my bowhead, and I probably wouldn't want to do it all in one trip. It might be too much value, too high a value. I don't know. What happened to Hateless? Yeah, he died earlier this year in a motorcycle accident. Yeah. And he was a great Eve streamer. He really knew his shit with mission running. He was a great shipbuilder, great at a lot of design and stuff. All right, so enemies abound. This one is against Galante. So, a couple things about this. One is, this character can't do the shooting. I gotta have one of my other characters do it. The second is, this is 5 missions, and I believe at least one of them is against Minmatar as well. The side thing from this, though, is that the loot tends to be way better on these. There's no bounty on them, and so each ship kill doesn't equal, particular reward, but they all have tags on them that are worth stuff. So, and they're worth salvaging. Well, I have a character down here that can run this, and we tested this the other day, where I was able to run it with this character. And let's take a look at her Galante standings. She took a negative 0.002. And so every standings tick is going to be around that. So you want to try and get the mission done within 20 minutes. And so the yeah, How much of a pain do they do with normal players? No alts. Okay, so here's the big deal with this. If I do this, and let's just say that I got the mission on this guy here. Look at that Galante Federation. That's the faction, 8.5. That is enormously high. That is very, very high. Very few of you will have any faction that's that high of the four. You know, Caldari, Amar, Galante, or Minmatar. You may have like Mortar's Legion as a secondary, which for some reason on my guy, Mortar's Legion as a secondary has turned out to be my highest one. It's because a lot of things give it points whenever I finish them. But if I were to do it to this, on this guy, I would end up having a real problem because it might drop me down to 8.3 or 8.4. And if I go out and do more special missions, I won't get that high. I won't be able to recover the amount lost. And it has a lot to do with the higher you get in these numbers here. Even if I get a full point, it says in my, you know, for doing an epic arc or whatever, it's not going to equal a full point when you're this high up. So it's going to end up like 0.1. And so, when do I leave for Iceland Fan Fest? Well, you're not talking to me because I'm not going. I would like to be going, but I'm not. So anyway, this guy has such good standings on Galante and Minmatar, he will not be doing any missions against Galante and Minmatar. Or, well, there won't be any against Sisters of Eve. But he will do them against Amar and Caldari. And so with the three characters doing this whole thing, I think I can work all this out. You know, there's a bit of unknown here. Like I could mess things up and accidentally take a hit. So, and that's what I was worried about here, is that doing this mission is that I was going to take a hit against Galante. And, let's see here. Where is my Galante on this guy? I'm already negative 1.5. So I need to not take any lower on that. And in fact, I need to raise it up, which is why my other guy who does the Galante stuff, he'll do it and share it back with him. All right. So, enemies abound. Let's see if I have anything on this. Yes, I do. All right. I have information on this, actually. It's in here. So enemies abound. Part 1 is against Galante. And here it says a negative 0.006 standings loss. And I only took a 0.2 on my other guy. I don't know if that's because he's not very high in the first place or because I did it quicker. Like maybe when I did this and I wrote these notes, it took me an hour to do that mission. And so I had 3 ticks of 0.002. I'm not sure. And then Enemies Bound Part 2 is hauling. Okay, well, I can haul with my character. And then Part 3 is against Galante, Part 4 is against Galante, and Part 5 is against Minmatar. Now, this says a 0.006 standings hit, and this one's, you kill the officers, it's a 0.24. So we're gonna have to see what all this means. It's been a very long time since I've done these. And in fact, I've been very much not doing them because I've been afraid of them. So you could say I'm trying to stick my neck out here and do this. The recommended damage Thermal and kinetic. Right. So this is my guy here. Thermal is Inferno. I'm going to just look and make sure. I think I know in my head sometimes and I'm wrong, but no, that's right. Okay. And then I will be coming by with this guy the end of each room. Oh, am I gonna have to bring this guy to salvage? I guess the guy that I'm in is gonna have to be the one to salvage. I don't remember how many pockets or how many rooms there are in this. So, Asuton, thank you for following. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. So, all right. I don't have a really good salvaging ship here. So, oh, maybe that's what my other, where's my Phonoctus? Oh, he's on my other guy. Another guy I have. I'm gonna have to bring him down, bring that Phonoctus down. Oh, that's another thing. Don't let me forget. We were gonna look and see what a corporate hangar here cost. Offices. Offices available. Rent. Rental office fee. You've been quoted an office rental fee of $211,000. Rental price for 30 days. Okay, I'm in agreement. All right. If you've never, okay, so I own my own corp. And this character here is the CEO of the corp. And so now I've rented an office here and corporate hangars. There's like 10 of them here, all these divisions. All right, so here's the corporate office. And let's see here. All this loot. Yeah, why don't we just put all the loot in there? In first division. Okay, so there it is. It's removed from the total value of my character here. This total net worth. Anything that I put in the corporate hangars is removed from the value. And now, this guy who's at the same place, he now has the corporation hangars. Oh, and he doesn't have any rights. Okay. Let's see here. But all my characters have rights in the other ones. Maybe he needs to undock and redock. Let me reset the session.
Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Since I just opened the offices, maybe I need to reset the session. Nope. All right, so let's figure out here. Corporation stuff. Hello, Phil. Assets. See here. Holy shit, I have a lot of characters. These are all my characters. Role management. Make this bigger. You can't see everything here. Let's see here. Accountant. Can use corporate accountancy info. Let me make sure that it's only my characters in here. This is not my character. It's a friend of mine. Right. How much do I make per hour running level 4 missions? Well, so some people say you can make between 100 million and 140 million. It really all depends. There's a lot of luck with it. If you do a lot of burner missions, you can make out really good really quickly. Depends on how efficient you're being on everything and looting the right things. There's a lot to know to make those higher numbers. I'm doing it for standings, and so I haven't been paying too much attention to how much I'm making. But it's a very valid question. So, but I don't know the answer. Brand manager. Let's see. Communications officer. Config equipment. Can deploy. Configure equipment in space. Configure starbase. Contract manager. Diplomat. Director. Can do anything like the CEO. Bidding manager, junior accountant, personnel manager, skill plan manager, starbase defender, starbase fuel. So where is the stuff for accessing assets? I grant that. They're all my own characters, so I don't have really much of a problem with making them directors. All right. Save the changes. And then this reset. When I did that, bam, there it is. All right. So that did the trick. If you were running a corporation and you had people that were that you know you weren't necessarily sure you trusted and everything, that are members of your corp, you wouldn't give them this director role to just fix that. Since I have all of the characters, then I can do that. Assets tab, you think that's where it is? In space delivery, safety, search, impounded. Yeah, I looked in here. And I didn't find any way to mess with this. Other than this right here. Open group window or expand. So yeah, I didn't see anything set on these. I have this set as a delivery location. Interesting. It shows this person's capsule in there. I deleted that character. So I'm very surprised to see his capsule is there. His character was deleted a week ago. Yeah. Five tabs under permissions. Yeah, I don't know where this permissions is. So, oh, permissions. Oh, these are all an access. Gotcha. Oh. All right. There you go. You can get so granular with this. And so if you're running a corporation, you need this granularity in order to keep people from stealing from you. And you can have it so they can only drop off, but they can't pick up and stuff like that. So anyway, it's a ton of work. It's like having a job being the CEO of a corp. It really is. And then you got to know your shit. Hey, well, I solved the problem. So I was able to get access to that. And now, like this guy, he has a bunch of ammo and stuff here. One-way move. You may not be able to take stuff back out. Okay, don't tell me that again. And I'm pretty sure I can. Yes, I can. All right. So, there we go. There is all of the loot and salvage that I've picked up from here so far. Now, I'm going to have to remember that when I'm done here, because I'm not going to stay at this station forever, that I clear that out and close the office. Office prices go up by demand. And so if it's completely full, I believe, which is 10, it'll start going up every month until a person drops out, and then it'll sit at that spot. If 2 people drop out, then it may start lowering again. It's some sort of formula like that. Not exactly the same as that, but it's something similar to that. So, all right. All right, we're going to do this mission. Oh, and you can drop ships into those too, fitted ships. So we can all share ships from the different divisions in corporate hangars. I don't know what the size limit is. I'm assuming there's some sort of size limit, but I don't know what it is. It's probably the same as your individual hangar, but who knows? Maybe it's higher. All right. We're going to accept this. God, I feel kind of crazy accepting this, but accept. Door. Alright, I'm gonna undock both of these guys. Yes, there is a max for hangars. It's about 1,000. About 1,000 items.
Warp drive active.
Right. It's not going over yet until this guy shows that it's safe. We're in high-sec. It's not too much of a problem, just sometimes. Expecting any trouble, but it's just good of me to... Okay, there's nobody in there.
Warp drive active.
Show you how to get your character down there, only one of them. Alright, so I do here, read the details. Here's the system it's in, warp fleet to location.
Warp drive
And then
active. Drive active.
I don't take the warp, I go and dock up.
Warp drive active.
Bring this over to my main monitor. Do I have patience for probably an annoying Eve question? Sure. Right, there's a gate here. I don't know what I'm running into. I actually don't know much about the mission. I just know that I'm doing it. And it's against Galante.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Here we go. This guy's doing the shooting. It's going to be taking the standings hit. Gosh. Alright, I got too much shootout to read that just right this second.
A module has run out of charges.
Now my other guy can't be down here for this part because he will take a standings hit for being here in fleet while Galante are being attacked. Nail him with those thermals. Cool looking. I'm still at the new house. I mean, it's our new house. Been here a little over a year and a half. Very much enjoying it. We had somebody come out from the University of Florida yesterday and give us advice on fixing our yard and stuff. All the what we can plant, what'll work well, and everything. There's so much gravel in our backyard that
A module
trying to
has run
figure
out
out
of charges.
how we're gonna deal with all that. Right. I think that that's everything. Start salvaging stuff up while it's looting. Customer to help real quick. And I'll take a look at that question. Money-related incursion runner right now for ISK, but drives you nuts sometimes. Yes, I couldn't do that either. It's like being a librarian, you get bored really quick. Unless you're reading the books. Looking to do anything, but would prefer it to be reliable income to make 200 plus million an hour. Are there any activities? For Solo Grinder, used to fly freighters. Red Frog years ago. Fairly recent returning player to find my fleet again. There is abyssals. To do 200 million an hour, you're probably going to have to go into abyssals, or you're going to have to go into like a null corp and you know, running sites or whatever. So there's not much in high sec that'll make you 200 million an hour. You might make 200 million an hour because you got lucky, but over time you won't make 200 million an hour. So, you know, see, it's still pulling stuff in. See, it's got 26 million in there so far. Or it's got to pull. A little bit. I'm assuming whatever I need for completing this mission. So I'm supposed to pick up something. I don't remember. I was able to clear it all out pretty quick. Am I still aligned with test? No, haven't been for around a year. We moved. Test imploded. Now pandemic horde on my null guys. This guy here is not aligned with any alliance. It's my own private corp. Test still around? Yes, they are. They competed in the tournament. Test was in there. I don't know how well they did, but I did see them competing in there. But I didn't pay enough attention to see whether they won or lost or whatever. So that Rotel residence thing, okay, I think that's not being looted. So let me go down there. This guy. Probably the whatever it is I need to pick up.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
All right. see what this is. It doesn't seem to be, the MTU doesn't seem to be grabbing that box, so looks like it's something to check out. You say warp to location, no scan signatures detected. Dock up and undock and then see if it's still there. Try it again. Might need to reset your session. Might be that somebody already finished the anomaly. That's what it could be. Most likely it's somebody that already finished it. Those anomalies, everybody can see them. Right, so that's probably my standings hit that just came in on my other guy. We'll see what it is. Everything I see says that it's going to be 0.006, but we'll see. Residence, Portal residence, I don't know. It actually equals anything. Now the guy here. Okay. So salvage here, 2.3 million. In loot here, 34 million. Eve Survival says only 20 million, but maybe it's gone up in value. I don't know. See if there's anything else special in here. Or just looks like a bunch of normal stuff. Like a bunch of normal stuff. Alright, set destination. Rayland.
Warp drive active.
The anomalies, once one is finished, it'll pop up randomly another one within the same region. It's not always within the same system.
Warp drive active.
How long does it take to vanish from the exploration tab? Minute. If you dock up and then undock again, it should reset. If it's still there and it says you can't warp to it and it doesn't have a red X next to it, then I don't know, it could be an error. Time to move on. An original oddball says same constellation, not same region. All right. constellation is within a region. Multiple constellations within a region. So, and then multiple systems within a constellation.
Drive active.
So my mission thing does say that it wants the residents, which is what I kind of thought. I wasn't paying too much attention to what the actual mission was, so I didn't read like, here's what you gotta do. I'm just like, oh, I gotta not shoot him with this guy. That guy did it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So the first thing I want to look at is what the standings hit was. After that, the date's going down on this guy. There we go. So it is 0.006, which is what I had listed on my sheet. All right. 0.006 is not very much. So, we won't talk about the new game everybody's trying, Starfield. I've been playing it a bunch too. I decided to shelve it for a couple of weeks until after FanFest, and then I'll probably do a few shows for it again. I get much better viewership on Eve too, so my YouTube videos do much better for Eve as well. Let's see here. There's other tags and everything here. Thought I dumped everything into the other box there. Alright, let me see here. I have the corporate hangars. Division 1, which is where I thought I put everything. It was over here. Let me stack all. Okay. I want to leave that ammo in there. I'm going to start dumping all the loot and everything into this. Alright, and then everything but that. So we got 36,600,000 out of salvage and loot. That in there. Now our loot total here, salvage and loot's 85 million. That's kind of cool, being able to use corporate hangar for that, and then just put all stuff. And you can put cargo containers in here too, and everything. Station warehouse containers, break everything out if you want. So, all right, let me turn in this mission and then we'll see what happens to standings. Complete the mission. Yes, we're sharing it. All right, do we get something really good off of that since it's against Volante? All right, I didn't take any hit on that, only positive. Ah, yes, I went from 5.24 to 5.32. So even with sharing it, I got a 0.159. Nice. So this one, down on the Galante, and then Emperor family. Yeah, I got a 0.159, so I'm 2.22. And this guy.
Welcome to the Dragons.
0.12. Now wait a second. Why didn't he get anything? He's in the fleet. I shared it. Why did he not get any standings? Or did he? He got standings for the other ones. He didn't get standings for this one. Now, let me close this and reopen it. That he didn't get the standings. What do you think's up with that? You do not have to have a nice PC to play Eve. In fact, exclamation point Eve, Phil, if you're talking about Eve, exclamation point Eve, use that link to create your account and download it. It'll even work in potato mode. So, I shared the standings with everybody. Why didn't this guy get it? Is it because he's so far away? That's the only thing. Talking about Starfield, okay. Yeah, Starfield has some pretty serious requirements for running it. I won't share the standings with him. I got the standings off the other ones that I ran, but not this one. Why would I get them off one and not the other? They're all still in fleet. Have I run into a bug? Or is that a feature? I'm kind of concerned about that. Because part of this whole deal of doing this is that I'm sharing the standings, and the standings did not share with this guy. They shared with this one. Try relogging the character. All right. Actually, all I need to do is session change. So I just undock and redock. That's the same thing as logging in.
Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
He is in Jeddah, which is quite far away. He's 40 jumps away. Yeah, it's still not there. It was against Galante. Could there be something where when you have really high standings, it has to be in system? But no, he doesn't. He absolutely does not have to be in system. I've got proof of that. Where is it? Look at these other ones he got credited on today. He does not have to be in system. He got credited on these. He did not get credited on the last one. The only difference in the last one is that the last one was against a faction, a state faction. It was against Galante, and so he should have gotten some of the standings. This character got the standings, did the shooting, and this character got the standings. There. So the following rewards are not shared. Faction standings. It isn't a faction standing. It's a corporation standing. It's a corporation standing, not a faction. So all right. Yeah, so the special missions won't share on the faction standing. But everything else should. All right. Well, that's today's mystery, I guess. Just leave it at that. I thought I said faction. Well, I took a faction's hit on the other one that shot the guys. So, and I was wondering if it was because this guy is 8.5 with Galante. If I'm like so high up that it says, oh no, you can't benefit from being, anything involved with Galante, because it was against Galante. But when I finished the mission, Emperor family should have shared with that. So they did make changes to chat today. Did you guys see that in the change log? There were changes to chat today. And so that could have something to do with it. They tried more stability, and it wouldn't surprise me if the fleet system used chat somehow. But anyway, I don't know. All right, it's a one-off. I'm not going to worry about a one-off. If it happens multiple times, then I'll turn in a bug report. And I'm flying him down probably before the show tomorrow. I'll be flying him down to this area, so. All right. I think that's the last mission we're going to do today. Let's do final call on the giveaway, exclamation point giveaway. It is for a skill extractor. And so get in on that. And Ashmac ready, and Miscounted, and Phil, thank you for the follows. So we'll draw here on that in just a couple of minutes, and then we'll call it a day. And then tomorrow, we're going to do it again. So, except tomorrow, I hope to have this other guy down there by then. Hope to. And then if this weirdness happens again, where one guy doesn't get the standings, we'll talk about it again, because there could be some rule that I don't know about like when it's against a faction proper instead of pirate faction, standings only happen if you're in the same system or region, whereas if it's against a pirate faction, then it can go across everywhere. It doesn't matter the distance. So, but I don't know. It does seem strange because there are services for pumping up your standings where they charge you for this service, and they told me you could be anywhere. Like they even do it for people in Null, and they're doing high sec missions. So, you know. All right. For YouTube, that's it. I'll see you on the next episode.